Hello everybody. How's everybody today? Welcome to the Dirt Road Farmer. Today we're going to replant this field, but we've got to prepare it first. And this is a stage of mulching the field. So we are going to do this with GPS. And let's see if I can pull up the HUD here. All right, and let's pull the HUD up. I tell you what, it's hard to remember all the controls, and there comes a time whenever you've just got to go back and look at. You got to go back and look. I mean, it's all right. We're going to set our A line, so we've got to create the track. All right, and now let's pull that back up, and we'll set our B track. Well, we forgot to, or I forgot to set the automatic width. Now we're cooking. All right, we are ready. All right, so let's back up a little bit and let's get locked onto our, there we are. And this is GPS. For those of you that are not familiar with this, this is real. Farmers use this every day. I'm not steering this tractor at all. I'm just merely running it down the row. But farmers use this every day, and that's why a lot of times you go by a huge cornfield, you look down them rows and you can see all the way to the other end. Well, that's because they're planting in an absolute straight row, and they're doing it with GPS. So anyway, we're going to get this field mulched real quick. You can jump onto the field and it will not tell you that it needs to be mulched. No, it won't tell you that. But if you do not mulch this field, you will take a 3% dock on your yield bonus. 3%. Now that's a little substantial. So we try to do it. The only thing that we don't do is we don't roll the field whenever we're done planting. To me, that makes absolutely no sense. Rolling the field does make sense, but not after you plant. And FS22, that's the way they want it done. They want you to roll it after you plant it. Get in there and pack it down real good, you know. No, that just don't make any good sense to me, and it's only worth 2%. So, yeah, we don't roll the field. So, and we get over here and lock on to our other track. Well, no. There must be a couple of controls that are real close together here. Because a lot of times whenever you try to lock onto your GPS track, it'll fold the implement. And I don't know why it does that, but it does. It does. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this field mulched, and I'll be right back with you. All right, well, we're finishing up the last little bit of this field. We had a little strip over here that we needed to do. The rest, and when we get this strip done, the whole field will be mulched then. What we'll do when we get to the end of this field, we'll fold the mulcher, and then we'll jump out on the field and see what the field information says. My guess is, being there was soybeans planted in this field, my guess is that we will get the chopped straw benefit, so it'll be 50% fertilized. What I do not know is whether it's going to need any lime. So let's go back here and get on the field, and let's find out actually what it needs. All right, so yes, we are getting our 50% fertilizer, and it does not need any lime. Now it says it needs rolling. Yes, guaranteed. You cannot do, if you are going to roll this field, you can't do it now because it won't take. It just will not, it won't recognize it. Yeah, you want to ask me how I know that? Yes, you know what they always say, school ain't cheap. No. So I had to roll a field twice one time on a different map just to get the benefit, 2% benefit out of it. So we're going to take this back to the farm, and we've got the 50% fertilizer on there. We should be able to grab a planter and just start planting. I think we'll go back with soybeans. It's a good cash crop. So, and our planter that we use to plant soybeans is also a direct drill planter, which means we do not have to cultivate it. So, and that's a good thing. Now the field that we have to harvest after this one, it has got sorghum in it. And for those of you that has watched my previous videos on sorghum, the harvester, it just comes down and takes the head. It takes the head off, and it leaves the stubble. It leaves the stalk or the stem, whatever you want to call it. Well, when it does that, you have no straw, so you do not get the chopped straw benefit. So, therefore, you do not get the 50% fertilized state. Well, whenever that happens, then you have to go through and cultivate. You just, once you have to go through and mulch it, and then you have to cultivate it because you're adding fertilizer. Well, you cannot come through with the next, you've got to change the ground texture after you add fertilizer before you can add more fertilizer. Anyway, I'll explain more of that later. But we're going to get down here and we're going to get hooked up to this planter, and we're going to plant these soybeans. All right, I did change my mind about the soybeans because we've got a very large field up there full of soybeans, so I don't think we need any more of them right now. So I changed it to canola. But as you can see, yes, for the most part, we are 100% fertilized and 98% yield bonus. And that's good in my books. So we're going to go ahead and continue planting, and we'll get this field planted. So I don't know how many of you watched my previous video that I did on Shellbrook Creek. It was a new map. It is a new map. I don't think it's even been out a week yet. 3 or 4 days, something like that. So it was not a big commercial map like this one, although it was a 4X map. This is a 16X, well actually this one is bigger than a 16X map. This is a big commercial farm, and this actually is what I specialize in, is the big commercial farming. However, I thought, okay, maybe everybody would like to view something different. So it had some pretty big fields on it. They were nowhere near what this is, but they were decent sized fields, something that we could work with. May have to cut a few trees and straighten some fields out. So yesterday I give it a go. And like I say, I don't know if you guys, any of you watched that video, but if you did, you know what we did. We cut a few trees and tried to halfway straighten a field out, which we didn't get it completely straightened out, but it was bearable. And we limed that field. Well, I started to do a video a while ago on it, and the first order of business was to fertilize the field because it has 0% fertilizer on it. I started fertilizing the field, and that wasn't working right at all. I don't know, for some of you that remember the map, let's see, what was it called? Hastings, North Dakota, that I did. It was a big 16X map. Do you remember the fertilizer, how it stripped the fertilizer across there? And that's what it started doing on this map. So until they get everything straightened out, I'm just, you know, I'm sorry. On Hastings, I got a hold of the map maker, and he told me that it wasn't his problem, it was Giant's problem. And Giants did a big update. They did not correct the problem that I know of. At one point I did an update on it and ended up losing the map after all the work that I had put in on that map. And I did put several hours in on that map, but I lost it. I lost it all. So, you know, at this point, okay, I you know, I understand, and this is an electronic game. I mean, that's what it is. For us to sit back here and think, even though a lot of times it looks real, And whenever you're farming it the way that I farm it, which is serious, I don't play what you would say play on this farm. I don't crash stuff on purpose. Once in a while, you know, yeah, something happens and you have an accident. But for the most part, I am serious. I try to bring serious content, you know, to record it for my viewers, because I feel that that's what they want to see. They don't want to see a bunch of nonsense. I feel that you guys want to see serious farming. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But anyway, as far as the maps, the map maker and Giants, you know, at this point, I really don't care whose problem it is, but just get it straightened out. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, I just can't, I can't deal with that, because it's not right. They told me at one time that it was due to trees. If you cut a tree, the wrong tree, it's got a bunch of bugs in it and it causes problems. Well, I don't know what tree that is, and I don't care. Take the bugs out of that tree. That's, you know, I don't mean to be cold. I don't mean to be, you know, disrespectful to anybody. But if it's going to cause the map not to operate right, then make the adjustments. You know, I don't remember ever having that problem on FS19. Never had that problem. But on FS22, it's been a thing. And maybe the reason we haven't had any problems on this map is because we don't have any trees to deal with. That suits me. At least I can get down to some serious farming. I'm not a logger. I want to put seeds in the ground and grow crops. That's what I want to do. And that is what most of my content is. So anyway, I have bent your ear long enough, and I apologize for venting, but I tried to bring you some different content, and it just wasn't working correctly. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get the rest of this field planted, and we'll get on with bigger and better things. All right, we're about to get this field planted. It wasn't a real big field. I think it's like 24, 25 hectares, and I haven't done the conversion to convert that over into acres yet. But anyway, I mean, it is a good size field. It's pretty good size, but it's with this map standards, it's not a very big field. I guess we could consider it what, small, because we've got this size, we've got some bigger than this, and then we've got huge fields. So, but anyway, I think we'll call this a video. I apologize for the rant a while ago on the other map and problems. That's not really what I'm all about, and I don't like to do that. But as for me, the Dirt Road Farmer, thank you for being here. If you like this content, please go down and give me a like. If you want to follow me on this commercial farming, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. You'll just get a notification every time I post new content. But as for me, the Dirt Road Farmer. Until tomorrow, thank you for watching.